Hello there, and welcome to Latvia. For the next few weeks, I'm going to be following what's called the Baltic Forest Trail through the country down towards Lithuania. It's a hiking trail, but I'm not going to be hiking it. I'm going to be attempting to unicycle it. Yeah, this one is a 27.5 inch wheel, so I should be able to ride on some much rougher terrain. What have you made?
It's mushrooms, very good mushroom. But this is one of the best.
I can't tell you how good it feels to be back on the unicycle. Oh, it landed straight on my face. It's day 2, day 4, day 7, day 9, day 15, day 16, day 19. Come on, Ed, last little bit, you got this. For the next few days I'm going to be riding with this chap.
Believe in your dream, you can do anything! You say,
Мальчишки, вы молодец. Спорт, грация, музыка грация.
There's not much longer to go on this trip. 55 kilometers, and that's it. Good morning, and welcome back to my journey attempting to cross Latvia on a unicycle along the Baltic Forest Trail. It is day 20 of riding, and last night I slept on the kind of outside decking of an abandoned sauna. I slept pretty well. It was raining a lot of the night, so I felt very smug that I had this little bit of shelter. Right, 55 kilometres that way along some unsealed roads is the border with Lithuania, and that is the end point of my ride. That's the end of Latvia, and that's where I stop. I don't know if I'm going to do that distance today. If I feel like I can make it, then maybe I'll push all the way. Otherwise, I'll stop and camp somewhere, and we'll finish this thing off tomorrow. Anyway, for now, porridge. While I would love to just chill out here and wait for the rain to pass, I've looked at the forecast and it's set to be kind of like this all day, so I might as well just push out into it. Yeah, it's going to be a damp one, isn't it? Oh, that happens. I've been so lucky this trip. This is basically my first day of like actual rain. And even this isn't super heavy. It's just a slow soaking is what this is going to be. Plan is just to push down another 20 kilometers or so, get to the next town, and then we'll make a plan from there. Anyway, for now, just help me get there. Just gonna blast some music and yeah, crank out these kilometers. Found myself a bus stop to chill out in for a few minutes. It's yeah, I've done pretty well. I've made it about 17 kilometers. I've got another 8 or so to go to get to this town, but this is like the first shelter I've seen, so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna hide in here for a little while, have a few snacks, and then when I feel like I want to get back on the road, I'll do that. But yeah, this rain doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon. Yeah, it's the joys of cycle touring, hiding out in dirty bus stops. This one is particularly dirty. I don't know why this bench is so filthy, but I think it's just like all the crap just gets kicked up from the roads and just coats this bench. Anyway, it's dry, so can't complain. I finally made it to the village. It's called Prikuli. Definitely not how you say it, but there we go. I would love to find a cafe. At the very least, a shop just to get some more food, but a cafe would be ideal because then I could get out of this drizzle and just sort of rest up a little bit. I don't know why I didn't realise this before, but I think everything's like shut on Saturdays, and it's Saturday, so there's no cafes open, which is really quite sad because I just wanted to find somewhere to chill out and warm up. But as it is, I've just bought a little bit of food from the local shop. I've got water from the local toilet, and I think I'm just going to keep going. Ooh. It's a fun church. Positive news, I am 30 kilometers from the border with Lithuania. I've got 30 kilometers to go down the Mežetaka, and that's it. I've still not decided if I'm going to try and finish today. I'm just going to keep riding and we'll see where we end up. Woohoo! The sun's coming out! I'm feeling in a good mood. The weather is improving, and I think I'm going to try and do it today. I think why not? It's already past 3. I haven't got too many hours of daylight left in the day, but I think so long as the road stays a bit like this, I don't see any reason why I couldn't do it. So I think I'm keen to. So I'm just coming through the village of Gramsda, and Gramsda's significant because it's the final village that I'm going to see on this ride. Yeah, I think Lithuania is about 12 or 13 kilometers that direction. I can't believe this trip's almost finished. I've been so pleasantly surprised by how wonderful a country Latvia is to cycle across. And especially following the Baltic Forest Trail, it's been a different element. Because trips I've done in the past, I've been totally in control of where I'm going and the routes that I'm picking. I'm just going, oh, that road looks interesting, let's go down there. That goes in the rough general direction that I want to go. Whereas following a kind of set trail, I've actually really enjoyed. And I didn't think I would, because I thought I would lose a bit of freedom. But the fact that I just follow these little sort of white and yellow signs, and wherever it sends me is wherever I go, I feel like that's kind of freed up a lot of my mental space. And it's allowed me just to kind of enjoy the trail, enjoy the road, enjoy where I'm at, rather than sort of constantly making these decisions on which road to take. Would I suggest you come out to Latvia and unicycle it? I don't know. Depends how fond of unicycling you are. For me, it was amazing to kind of get back onto the unicycle and try a slightly different trip. The off-road element's definitely been interesting. But what I would say is that for a kind of bikepacking route similar to what I've been doing, it's pretty perfect. It's so quiet out here. It's so unpopulated. It just makes it so relaxed. And I can imagine if you're on a bike and could do bigger distances and potentially, tackle some more of the rougher terrain, it would be a lot of fun. Because that's the other thing. I really enjoyed the kind of variation in terrain. It's like, yeah, cool, you get to ride kind of roads like this, but some of the stuff in the forest along the trails has just been amazing. And stuff that I wouldn't have chosen to do if I was picking my own route. because I was following the Mežatāka, I was kind of forced onto some of these sections, and some of them, yeah, obviously they were unrideable and too rooty or too sandy or whatever, but occasionally you just find these gems and these sort of smooth trail gems that you just be kind of cruising through the forest, just enjoying life. And it's confused me every day why I haven't seen more travellers, more tourists, more, you know, people coming out to enjoy this part of the world. I think it's just not on a lot of people's radars, but it really should be. It feels like sort of such an unspoilt gem, and I think that's the reason I've kind of enjoyed it so much. I've been able to get that kind of interaction with people in sort of towns and villages, but equally really enjoy just being out in the nature, being out in the wild, and Latvia's really given that to me. Just being out in the forest, finding fun places to camp. All that's to say, I have greatly enjoyed my time unicycling across Latvia, and with about 10 kilometers to go, I'm looking forward to reaching the end. Turns out the last little bit of this Baltic Forest Trail is through more farmland, but we are so close, and we are definitely going to make it this evening. I wasn't sure this morning. I thought I might split this into two, but it was too tempting not to try. You know, if it wasn't obvious, I'm kind of racing the light. I would very much like to get to the border before it gets dark. I think that goes without saying. Very, very close now. I think I'm about 3 kilometers away. I can sniff it. I can sniff Lithuania. So the section of border that I'm heading to is signified by the Apse River. So all I need to do is get across that river and we'll be in Lithuania. That's the end of the trip. What I do find is a slight shame, after having ridden for hundreds of kilometers on small tracks through the forest and on very small back roads, the last kilometer of the Mežatāka in Latvia just happens to go on this asphalt kind of slightly more mainish road. But there we go, it is what it is. We are so close now, and I cannot wait to get there. Almost there, Ed, come on! Oh. Get those legs turning, that's it. Where's the river? Ah, there it is. I see it. Here we go! Oh, this is the river, and this is the border. Here we go! Oh, it's these markers. We're in Latvia, we're in Latvia, we're in Latvia! We're in Lithuania! Woo! Oh, yes! Yes, 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 yes! Woo-wee! Well, there we go. I don't know what to say really. I've just crossed Latvia on my little mountain unicycle. Took me about 3 weeks. And I had a wonderful time doing it. Thank you very much for watching. If you've made it this far, if you've watched all the videos I've made from this trip, then amazing. I'm gonna go get some good needed sleep. Goodbye.